Well, okay, speaking of original movies, well, like trying to do a segue, but well, I guess say like original movie of an adaptation. So this year's Julie birthday movie was Shazam. Um, the original Captain Marvel.
Yes.
So, and I mean the story of Billy Batson who got this power from these like gods.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're like gods, and they had like, or they had like, or he got it from a wizard.
Yeah, he had
the
it
power
from a
of the
wizard.
Greek god, had the power of the Greek gods, all the different ones.
Yeah, and just looking for, and they've been looking for a champion to give this power to someone a pure of heart,
someone who is worthy.
And it was actually because I was like, okay, you know, because like I don't know, I hate to admit I'm kind of getting a little
burned out over superhero movies.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still curious about them. Well, actually, except Far From Home, I still haven't seen that one yet, and I wasn't in a rush to see it. But we'll talk about why at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, you know, we'll go see it, and it was really good. It was very, very different, very lighthearted, like a lot of laughs. Like it was
just fun.
It was just a lot of fun. And I mean, like, and he was a 13-year-old kid. And so it just kind of felt like a perspective from a 13-year-old kid who could turn into a grown man whenever he said Shazam. So it's just like,
and then it just has all the good fun hijinks of like, hey, if you can turn into like an adult, let's go buy some beer.
Yeah,
like stuff like that.
And then the trope of whenever kids have beer for the first time, how it tastes nasty and like, oh, this is gross.
Liquid bread. But it was a fun little movie, and I really liked it a lot too, because like it was I mean, it's interesting because I mean Billy Batson, he's jumping from foster home to foster home, and it's like it's a movie. I liked it because it was a movie about family. Even people you're not blood related to can still be your family, and I really loved that little message to it.
No, exactly. I mean, that definitely. I mean, it was really a movie about family. Family always isn't blood related, and so it was really. He had a nice family, you know, very caring, loving, supporting family, and it was a lot of fun. And then you know, just like I think like how, and almost in a way how your relationship with your family affects you, because the bad guy had a horrible relationship with his family.
Yeah, his dad was not a great person, not supportive, all this stuff. Because that's also a family thing too, because in his eyes, the main villain, he thought family was, I mean, because his family rejected him, they were so mean to him and all that stuff, he believed that family was a weakness.
Yeah.
The message of Shazam is family is a strength. And we all can't, I mean, we're strong, we're by ourselves, we're strong, but together we're practically nigh invincible. When we need people in the world, we need family.
Right.
I really like the goofy YouTube, like the YouTube videos of trying to find out his powers and stuff like that, figuring stuff out. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, like you can talk about too, like where, what kids would do nowadays, what people do nowadays, you know,
play Fortnite. Oh yeah, the little kid from Fresh Off the Boat.
Yes, I love that kid from Fresh Off the Boat. Imprinting, that's Justin, but if you ever watch Fresh Off the Boat, the youngest Evan.
I don't play Fortnite.
Well, you don't play Fortnite, but
it's a kid's game.
No, but I'm talking about Fresh Off the Boat. He just reminds me a lot of Justin. Of course, me imprinting, but as usual.
It's fine. It's how you meet the movies and TV speak to you, so that is okay.
But the character Evan is on Shazam.
Yeah, and he was a funny little game. He's a funny gamer kid. Gamers rise up doing T poses and stuff. And it was like funny T poses to assert your dominance. But yeah, he was, I think he was one of my favorite little kids. And yeah, he was Hacker Man. He was cool.
He was cool.
Kids are okay. Sometimes they can be great. Sometimes they can be really annoying. But the casting of the little kids, they were great. They're fun little kids. They all had like little nice personalities. Everyone was different, and they had their own character. They weren't just, hey, I'm a little kid.
Yeah, because
I think that's what I get annoyed about too sometimes.
that upcoming movie called Good Boys or something.
Oh
and
gosh, that
and
movie looks
and
stupid.
I'm like, oh, I just because I think how the kids are acting, I'm like, "Mm." And then one of them I saw from the no the room and room are two totally different movies, and when I talk about them, I got to be careful. But
Oh hi, Mark.
oh hi, Mark, and then
Not that one.
not that one, but Room. And he was a sweet little boy. And just so seeing him as this like preteen troublemaker, I'm like, I mean, and not just a troublemaker, like, oh, you know, sound like an old lady. Oh, you little scamps, you better behave. I mean, like, he's getting into serious trouble. So,
Yeah, it's like, hey, my mom didn't put a web block on the web browser today. Yeah, that's what the movie reminds me of. That Good Boys movie. It just like, yeah. But Shazam was a really good movie. Has a lot of good. Has family. Ohana means family.
Ohana means family. Family means not being left behind.
Exactly.
When?
Oh, jeez. But it was a good movie. I recommend go seeing it. See the real Captain Marvel. It's out now, actually.
Yeah, the original Captain Marvel. And I'll always think of Grandpa when with Captain Marvel because I mean, like my grandpa, you know, kid in the 30s, and he knew that Captain Marvel. So when we went to Comic-Con a couple of years ago, I told him about it, and he goes, "Oh, say hi to Captain Marvel for me." And I thought that was cute. And I mean, when Zachary Levi, if he ever comes back, or if I'm ever at a con and Zachary Levi is there, I'm just gonna say that to him. My grandpa said to say hi. He's like, okay, you know, like tell your grandpa I said hi, you know. So like,
it's one of the best DC movies out there.
Yeah. Well, next to Wonder Woman
and Aquaman. You haven't seen Aquaman?
I haven't seen Aquaman. I need
I like
to see
Aquaman.
that.
I like Aquaman too, but it's up there in the top 3 at least.